Alright, the Action Bible, chapter 67, Ruth's Redeemer. Two women live in a foreign land, Naomi, a Jew, and her daughter-in-law, Ruth, a Moabite. All the men in their family have died, and they are left penniless and in need. Leave me, Ruth. I have nothing left. I am old. Your best hope is to find a husband who can take care of you. No, you are my mother. Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. He will take care of us better than any husband. He didn't take care of my husband. My name means sweet, and for a while my life was sweet. But now that God has abandoned me, the name bitter would be better to describe me. Come, we will go back to Israel, where I have relatives who may help take care of us. Back in Israel, there is a law here that poor women can go to the fields and pick up any extra grain that the workers drop. I am too old to work in a field all day. Will you go so that we may have food? Of course, Mother. Ruth goes to a field owned by Boaz, a distant relative of Naomi's. She works hard there, gathering the unused grain. One day the owner arrives. How are the best workers in all Israel doing? The Lord bless you and keep you. What a godly owner. And the Lord be with you. Boaz questions his foreman about progress on his fields. And are you taking care of the poor women? Yes. Naomi is one of my relatives. Yes, there is a new widow, Ruth, from Moab. She has been laboring hard for weeks to support her mother-in-law, Naomi. I have heard how kind you are to your mother-in-law. Glean in my fields as much as you like, and may God reward and protect you. He does. Thank you for your kindness. At lunchtime, Boaz is impressed with Ruth's faith and wit. When the meal is over and Ruth has gone back to work, drop some grain on purpose for her to pick up. Make sure no harm comes to her. Don't worry, Boaz. She will be safe, and she'll find all the grain she needs. That evening, look at all the grain I got, Naomi. Your God is good to us. When my husband and sons died, I thought God had forgotten me. Now I know how much he loves me because he gave me a daughter-in-law who cares for me like a daughter. I met the owner of the field today. His name is Boaz, and he was very kind. Boaz? He is a relative of my husband's family. God bless him for being kind to you. All through the harvest season, Ruth gleans in Boaz's field and takes care of Naomi. One evening, Boaz has shown that he is kind to you. As a kinsman, he has the right to marry you. The harvest celebration is tonight. You should wear your nicest dress to the party, and then you should ask him if he, as your relative and redeemer, would want to marry and take care of you. Boaz is a godly man, and I'll do what you tell me. Ruth does everything exactly as Naomi described, and Boaz notices. Ruth came. Naomi told me to ask you, since you are a kinsman, would you be my redeemer? Would you marry me? Is there no one to take care of you? No. Then I will. The news of Ruth and Boaz's coming marriage spreads rapidly throughout all Bethlehem. At the wedding there is a feast. There is feasting, music, and laughter. Are you happy, my dear? Happier than I ever dreamed I could be. God has been good to me. After the wedding, Ruth and Naomi move into Boaz's big house. Later, when a son is born to Ruth, Naomi proudly cares for the child. I thank God for the day you left Moab to come with me to Bethlehem. He has taken my bitter life and made it sweet again. I thank God too, Naomi. He has made good come out of our sadness. He honored us with a man who honors him, and now I have a beautiful baby. My son is named Obed, which means servant, and my prayer is that Obed will serve God and his people. Ruth's prayer comes true, for her son will become the grandfather of David, Israel's greatest king, who will free his people from their enemies. End of chapter. Next chapter, wake up call.